Welcome back everyone. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a few simple tips and techniques on getting your work done from home. Now, last week I did a video on how to study from home, and that covered more tips like planning your projects and scheduling your day out like a timetable like you have in high school. But in this video I want to be sharing with you some simple tips and techniques that, if applied to your life, should help you get more done whatever you're doing. So my first tip for you would be to set your daily priorities. Now this is slightly different to scheduling your day where you fill your entire calendar with what you need to get done. Setting your daily priorities means you get one main goal, and that is the goal that you have to get done above all others, and then you can have other tasks that are in order of priority. For me this works so well because, I only have to get that one task done to have a successful day. I end up finding that I get the other tasks done as well, so don't worry about just thinking that it might not make you as productive because you're only getting one task done, but you're getting what actually is important done first. Getting the most important task done first is key to having a successful day and being more productive. So I use an app called Todoist to organize my daily priorities. Now you can use plenty of others out there. There's Microsoft To Do if you want to use that. I don't think it has the priority feature though, so you might want to check that out first. I've always seemed to go back to Todoist because of this feature, and I've tried bullet journaling, I've tried that honestly so many times, but I've always seemed to go back to Todoist. For me, Todoist is a personal to-do list app. I don't organize my projects on there. I actually use Trello to organize my school projects, and I recently started using Asana to organize my YouTube videos. But yeah, basically Todoist is where I brain dump everything that comes to mind during the day. So the way I organize my Todoist account is based off the Martin Kitchen system that I learned about in Thomas Frank's latest video on working from home. The system is based off the sayings of putting something on the back burner. You have four main lists. I went like this. You have four main lists, and you have one called back burner, which is for things that aren't important at the moment but might be in the future. Then you have the front burner for things that are important at the moment. For example, on my list I have filming this video. Then you have stuff that are in vitamins, which are everyday things like walking the dog or checking your email. And then you have the oven for things that might be weekly or monthly and not important to focus on at the moment. You don't want them to worry you, but then when they come up, they are something that you need to get done. For me, this system works so well because it helps me focus on what's important but still not have to worry about missing something in the future. So plan your day, preferably the night before, with your highest priority. Make sure to pick one, and that is a task you get done above all others, and then just list a few other important things and try to get rid of any task that isn't actually important, because that just is going to be a distraction. So my second tip for you would be to get the hardest task done first. Now this kind of at first seems to contradict the first tip that I gave you. It actually doesn't, because once you have that first priority task done, you don't know which ones to do, like the other ones. Which one do you do first? Like an example that I thought of would be cleaning your bedroom and mowing the lawn. Now they both might be the same priority level, and so you don't know which one you get done first. Now you might think to clean your bedroom because it's easy and you might get it done quicker, but when you do that you might actually end up not doing the mowing the lawn. Now if you're really disciplined, it doesn't really matter which way you do it because you're going to get them done anyway, but for me, getting the hardest one done first means that it's out of the way and that I don't need to worry about disciplining myself to do it later. So my third tip for you would be to try out the Pomodoro technique. I have made a separate video on the Pomodoro technique, which you can check out up here somewhere, but basically what you do is you set a timer for 25 minutes and you focus on one task in that entire 25 minutes and nothing else. You might want to have a little piece of paper next to you, so if you have a distraction, something that comes up, a thought, just write it down and then look at it later. After the 25-minute timer has ended, what you want to do is then set another timer for probably 3 or 5 minutes and take a small break. So to implement this Pomodoro technique into my life, I like to use an app called Tide. Now there are other apps out there. I used Forest for a while, which is a pretty good one. It's gamified, so yeah, it's pretty cool. I use Tide at the moment though because it's pretty neat and it just looks good, and it's got some good sounds on it. I like to listen to my Spotify playlist while I'm working, and then I put the thunderstorm over that, so then it just creates a nice environment to work in. So yeah, go and try this Pomodoro technique out. It's really, you only need a timer for it. That's basically what you need. It could be a physical timer if you want to use that, but yeah, go and try it out and I'm sure it will help you, but let's get into the next tip. So one reason that I've found I've procrastinated the most is because my tasks that I assign to myself look way too big. Now, one way to get around this is my fourth tip for you, which is to split your projects or your big tasks into smaller chunks. This is pretty simple to do. You basically just split this big task, for example writing an essay, into smaller chunks, and this could be researching or writing an outline. Now, using the Pomodoro technique, you block off these small chunks into different 25-minute increments. And this works so well because you're splitting these big tasks that once look way too hard to accomplish into tiny tasks that look really easy now to accomplish, and it just stops you from being too overwhelmed. So my fifth tip for you is to take regular breaks. Taking regular breaks is so important because it keeps your body healthy and it helps you remember more, because the more breaks you take, the more you're going to remember of what you just learnt. If you're staring at a computer screen for hours upon hours, you're going to find that your back, your neck and your eyes all suffer. So take these regular breaks. You can use the Pomodoro technique because, breaks are built into that, so yeah. So my sixth tip for you is something that I haven't actually tried myself yet, but I am going to try it soon, and I've heard from many others that it works really well, and that is to track your time for a whole week. The reason you should try this out is that it helps you become aware of what is actually wasting your time and what you're spending your life doing. You're probably going to find that a lot of your time goes towards things that you weren't initially hoping to put your time towards, and you're going to find that if you don't put your time towards these things, you're actually going to have more time to do things that are important to you. I've started using an app called Toggle. I don't know, there's probably others out there, but basically Toggle, you just add whatever you're doing into it and just press play, and it starts timing what you're doing, and you can add tags like I might have YouTube or personal, and then you can have projects so you know what projects you are working towards. So like I said earlier, the main benefits to doing this for a week is that you're gonna learn more about yourself. You're gonna find what hours of the day you're most productive and what days of the week you're most productive, and when it's best time to actually relax. In one of my upcoming videos, I'm going to be doing a challenge where I track my time for an entirety of a week. I don't know how it's going to go. I hope I don't fail at it. But if you want to stay tuned for that, click the subscribe button below and hit the bell icon. But yeah, other than that, let's get into the next tip. So my final tip for you is something that I actually hadn't scripted out, so I literally just thought of it then. That is to keep organized. When you have a clear space around where you work, you're going to have a clearer mind, and it's just going to be easier to concentrate and focus. I find for me, when I have a messy desk or even a messy room around me, I just can't focus and concentrate. I can't get into the zone as easy. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash that like button and also subscribe if you want more videos like this. Also, comment below if you have any questions, or I'd like to hear what you like to do in these times of self-isolation and boredom. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless.